Was good. I'm back. Episode 2 of season 2. Oh, that like 22. That was dumb. So another episode of Story Time with a Thug. And I just want to say thank you for those who watch. Welcome back. And let's get right into it. So, a lot of my stories are centered around my encounters with women. So this one, I just want to talk about like me. Like sometimes I just be chilling and somebody wants to, you know, ask of me to partake. It's not always me setting things up. So I want to tell you a story back in, I can't remember what year this was, but I was living on 105 in Columbia. Shout out to 10-5. And I was in my second year of college, but I was at Tri C. A little backtrack. My first year I was at Youngstown State, but I had my first child and I came home and I never went back to Youngstown. Well, I did try to go back, but I didn't stay. So my second time I went to Tri C, and then one of my English class had met this lady, and come to find out she lived down the street from me, and we were just, how things go when you have seminar class and you're working together and you doing those study halls and sharing notes. Sometimes you find out personal things. So it led to us, I think, going out to kick it at a bar, eating chicken. Side note, if you looking to get at me and you offer me chicken, I'm probably gonna go for it. Even if you're not looking to get at me, I'm gonna go for it. Anybody can offer me chicken. I'm gonna probably come sit down and have a conversation with you over some chicken. But anyway, so we went and got some wings, and I remember like we had went out for her birthday, and we had got like belligerent drunk. And I remember we ended up at her house. I didn't have a car at the time. I was driving, but I didn't have a car at the time. We ended up at her house, and we were just drunk. And we went to get some chicken, and I was so drunk that I didn't eat the chicken, and I ended up hitting her from the back, and then I just stopped because I was so drunk, and then she took me home because I couldn't finish. But anywho, she should just randomly call me like, "Yo, I want to see you." So she'll come by the house. I come outside on the porch and give her a little hug, stuff like that. So one time she had hit me up, and I don't always remember everything in my stories, but I remember certain points. But I remember this. I get a call. What are you doing? Now, usually when a woman calls you and asks you, what are you doing at a certain time of the night? You, at my tender age that I was, because I was still young, I had to be somewhere around 20, maybe 21. I think it was 20. And, no, I was 21. I was 21. And so I was a big liar back then to women. So, what are you doing? Nothing, just at the house looking for somewhere to pull up to. Well, I wasn't saying pull up back there. I probably say looking for somewhere to go, looking somewhere to post. And she was like, "Oh, okay, I'm about to come get you. You dressed?" "Yeah, I'm dressed." Nigga, I was laying in bed watching Golden Girls. Thank you for being a friend. I was traveling down the road, coming back again. My heart was. So anyway, um, she's like, "All right, well, I'm about to be there in like 20 minutes." I said, "All right, when you pull up, just blow the horn and I come out." So we hang up, so I immediately go bird bath, nigga wash the balls, like, bang, bang, bang. You know how niggas do the bird bath, wash your balls only, put some fresh deodorant on, swig some toothpaste in your mouth, and you pop out. So she got there, I pop out, and she just was looking at me, and I'm like, "Is you high?" She was like, "Yeah, I'm high." So, I don't care. Um, she's like, "We about to go somewhere." All right, I mean, that's what you came to get me for. That. So, fuck, I thought we was going to do, so let's go somewhere. So, we get in the car, and I get in the car, and she started driving. I'm like, I mean, this is my city, and I do know these streets. Bitch, where are we going? Don't worry about it, take it somewhere nice. Bitch, bitch, that's a abandoned house, abandoned house, liquor store, abandoned house. Bitch, is you trying to kidnap me? Because you don't do all this. I was willing to go. You can't kidnap the Willie. So anyway, we pull up, and it's like parking lot. And I'm like, where are we at? And so it's dark, like it's about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Now, mind you, I'm stone cold sober. She's intoxicated. So I have to be the common sense. So I'm looking around and I notice like, this is school. Bitch, I ain't trying to do no homework. What the fuck is we doing here? I need attention while we at the school. Like, she was like, I'm about to turn you out. Now, back in my days, when I was 21, when I heard somebody say turn you out, that means they're going to do something gay to you. Like, that's the way we thought, me and my friends at the time thought, like, no, you're not about to turn me out. No, you're not. So she puts her hair in a ponytail, like if you know anything about black women, or let me not say black women, if you know anything about women who are great at the oral presentations, they put their hair in a ponytail. So she did it within like a whole 8-second thing, like, oh, I'm about to turn you out. She took it off her wrist and had that bitch stuck. It was tough. So then she hopped in the back seat. What you about to, bitch? I don't know how to punch from the back, bitch. You get the RKO, get the Stone Cold Stunner, and that's the bottom. Like, I don't know what's about to happen. And then she reaches from the back seat and she unzips my pants. And she proceeds to give me like this porno neck, this neck sandwich, and all I can think was that song. It's a beautiful morning. Ah. And I just leaned back in the seat. And then when I woke up, she was over top of me like, you ready to go? I'm like, ready to go? What happened? It was so great that I passed out. Now, I don't mean like comatose to the point where I didn't know nothing going on, but I was so gone off of the transaction, because it was a transaction. I made a deposit and she withdrew, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it was more like, you digging with a shovel and you got the dirt and then you just, I'm trying to explain how she Mortal Kombat my man's, like she sung my penis, like it was, she took it all from me, and my soul went to heaven, like it was a beautiful morning. But so we finished, and then this is when I think I started to like her, because she said something gutter to me. She goes, all right, I'm about to drop you back off at the house. You about to do me like I do you? Like I do women's? Because at the time, I was, like I said, I was a liar. I used to believe in you treat women a certain way, not a good way. And she dropped me back off at the house, and she pulled off. Now I know what you're thinking, like, that's what made you like. It's the point that I realized that someone can do to me what I do to them. And at the time, like, that wasn't happening to me. So now I'm going to fast forward. So fast forward to present day time. I'm sorry. So the end I went in the house, I went to sleep, me and her kept in touch, and we had plenty of, maybe a couple of more encounters, and then we lost touch. Now fast forward to present day time. One day, maybe about, I had shoulder surgery in September, so maybe in the summer, I was like, man, I really want to find her. She had one of those funny last names, so I knew it would be unique, as in if I found her, like, it would be because of her last name. So I finally found her, and I was on her Facebook page. But I was like, man, do I really want to hop on her Facebook page? She don't look like she's been on in a while. But I saw she had made an Instagram post. So I was like, oh, shit. So I went on her Instagram, made sure it was her, and I hopped in her DM. So she didn't respond right away. So then she responded, like, later on. So I'm like, do you remember me? We went to school together, yada yada. She's like, oh, yeah, I remember you. How you been? You do the little catching up and whatnot. And then, so I had to not shoot my shot, but I knew eventually she was going to ask me, well, what made me reach out to her? So I knew at that moment I could be totally honest with her. I said, do you remember the time you took me to that abandoned? I don't know if the school was abandoned. It was dark. So I remember you took me to that school one time of night, and you hopped in the back seat and you gave me that oral fixation. You know, you had gave me that nectopolis, the nectopolis. You know, she was like, I kind of remember. I was like, and I started explaining more. She's like, yeah, I guess. And she was like, yeah. People tell me stuff like this all the time, but I don't be remember. Bitch, what? You out here giving out Bitch, you out here giving out that bow tie? That's a lot of neck. And I'm just like, so I wasn't one of none? Like, I wasn't unique? This is what you did? I'm like, damn. I was so hurt by that. And I didn't know what else to say in the DM. So I asked her, like, does she want to get up? She want to link up, maybe we can just, talk about how things going, see how our family doing, shit like that. But I got denied. The moral of this story is that you really ain't the shit. Like, you can't think because something that's never happened to you before just randomly happens to you out the blue, it's something unique to you. Like, she had to know, like, not a motor, like, she had to know which way to go to that school. She had to know to pull up in that spot and in the parking lot. She had to know it was going to be closed and nobody goes to this school. She definitely did this before. But I didn't have that thought back then. I just thought it was a beautiful morning. Because it was like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And I know I keep saying like I'm going to reach back out to her just to see how she's still doing. But I don't know, man. Like ever since she had told me that, I be thinking like, did you give out any neck sickles that day? Like, was I the only one? Like, did you do Count Necula on anybody else? Like, it really baffled me, the idea of knowing that she was giving out all these neck sandwiches. But on a side note, she's still a cool person. Because to hop in DM and say that to you or tell you that's why a person reached out to you, you didn't trip or you didn't get upset or say it was disrespectful, that lets me know that she was comfortable with her past. And I think she's married now. Or no, she's divorced. But I just would like to say that if a woman takes you somewhere and you think it's unique to you and special to you, it's not. If a woman decides that she wants to do something for you and provide you with a buffet of neck, just enjoy it and just remember you're probably one of many. And all you can do is live your life because at the end of the day, that mouth don't belong to you. And that's all I got for the story. So I just wanted to tell y'all about my little schoolhouse rock. And I'm probably gonna jump on her DM tomorrow and just ask her does she got the Rona? Because you want to make sure people don't have this COVID-19. You don't want nobody to be sick and go see Tupac. So I just want to check on her. But that's it for the story. I've decided that I'm only gonna do one more story. It's gonna take a while to come out because I want to do something good with it. It's a long story. It's a personal story. It's a story I've told many times to my friends, and I'm finally ready to share it. I didn't think I was going to tell this story, so my next one will be my last story time with a thug. I have maybe one or two more stories I could tell, but I don't think they're worth telling. If I recant any more stories that I feel like it's important to tell, I will. And yeah, so my next one will be my last one. and then hopefully I can start bringing you some original content of other things. But yeah, that's where I'm at. So like always, I appreciate y'all. Please subscribe. Please like. Please share. Um, Tell your friends. You know, show your youth pastor. I don't know, whoever you got. So like always, I tell y'all, make sure y'all drink more water, stay safe, wash your hands. They're telling people to wear masks now. To wear masks, wear gloves, and most importantly, man, just I can never stress this enough. Eat more chicken. So until episode 3, the finale, I'll catch y'all later. Am I asleep? Nice sleep. I'm wide awake. What I'm doing? Man, I'm just looking for somewhere to post up at, you know. Just looking, you know me, I'm trying to hit the club. I'm trying to be in a boy, about that boy life. You know what I'm saying? What you doing? Oh, for real? For real? Stop playing. Like right now, right now? Like in 20 minutes. For real? For real? Alright, look, I'm dressed, so it ain't nothing. Like, if you coming, like, come through. Come swoop. Alright. For real? Bad. I'm ready. I'm saying, oh, look, when you get outside, pull up, blow your horn, and I'm gonna come out. Cause I'm already dressed. I just gotta throw my shoes on. You know what I mean? You know, am I white? You feel me? Yeah. Okay then. Okay then. When you get here then, bet. Alright.